demonstration of my new online tracking and reporting system for option traders. Being a web-based system, it can be used anywhere, such as at work, at home, on your PC, tablet, or even your smartphone. OptionsTrac has a number of key features. Firstly, it imports your trading data from any number of brokerage and trading platforms and brings it all together into one place. Or even if you have multiple accounts with the same broker, it can all be gathered together. Then it assembles that trading data and categorizes it into positions and trading strategies, such as covered calls, credit spreads, or condors, and then allows you to record notes about each of those trades. Those notes may be the thought process behind your entry logic or expectations for the trade, and whether it worked out as planned over the duration of the trade. By having all this trade history in one place, the next benefit of the system is you can report and analyze all of that data to see what ideas, systems, or strategies are working and which ones are not. By better understanding your past trades can make a huge difference going forward, so the same mistakes aren't made again. Lastly, OptionsTrac allows you to record trade ideas, tips, or recommendations you get from third-party subscription services such as Options Alpha, TheoTrade, and many more. It allows you to link or attach those tips to your actual trades, and then finally report on their performance also. So let's delve in and take a better look. The dashboard lets you see at a glance how everything is performing. Obviously, your open positions, but some basic metrics about how you've fared this month or this year to date. Then it breaks down your current open positions, and when each of them was opened, the strategy it was employed, when it will first expire, and how much you have at risk. The next dashboard item shows you the performance of your top 5 strategies and underlying securities you've traded, and by clicking on any of them will take you into the main reporting area. Towards the bottom, it shows you any guided trades or tips you've recorded but not yet attached to an actual trading position, and any upcoming earnings for underlying securities you've previously dealt with. So it all starts with importing your trading data from your brokerage platform. In this example, we're using Charles Schwab. Unfortunately, they don't have an API, so the data must be brought in using CSV file. As you can see, there's just line after line of trade data, but it's not very insightful, and trying to get it sorted out in Excel would be a very time-consuming process. So let's go ahead and import the latest trade data. Firstly, you choose the brokerage account you wish to load the data for, and then select the import file. This is where the power of an automated tracking system really comes into play. It takes a few seconds to read the CSV file and upload the data, but once it's in the system, that data has been grouped into positions, and in the blink of an eye, the system's also worked out the trade strategy, win ratios, investment returns, all without you doing any tedious data entry. And as you can see, it processed 5 new positions, updated a number, closed 2, and there was no errors or problems. So what we can see now is the closed positions been updated for this month, and we've got a number of extra positions that have been opened. We'll go into one of those positions and have a better look. As you can see, it remembered which broker account it belonged to, what type of strategy it was. This was a ratio butterfly, so it doesn't quite pick that up. When it will initially expire, the date it was opened, the price of the underlying at open, and several other pieces of information. You can record your own notes against that trade, and this is also where you can connect that trade to a recorded guided trade from one of your subscription services. So we can see here that this particular trade in TLT was connected to a TheoTrade recommendation. And then finally down the bottom, it just shows you all the various lines of activity that come together to create this actual position in TLT. From there, you could add a tag to that position so that later on you can report on all ratio positions you might have opened. Obviously, most trading platforms can provide an analysis chart like this, but not when the same ticker has open positions across multiple brokerage accounts or platforms. OptionsTrac can bring them all into one analysis for you, and you can see your profit and loss and how it will fare across multiple price points. From there, we can also go into the actual underlying security and see all the previous activity that's been performed and trades against it. As you can see, this one's been a great performer. You can go right back in time and see all the trades that have been performed. We can see that this older trade was a recommendation from Option Alpha, and we can also see that the original trade was placed and quite a number of rolls and adjustments were made before it was finally closed. If you want to look up any other security that you've previously traded, you go into securities management. Say for example, we want to see how Netflix has fared. We can filter the list and go straight into Netflix. This one hasn't been as successful. But from there, we can open up the trading performance and have a better look and do some analysis as to why it maybe hasn't performed so well. We can filter this list by the strategies we've used or what sources, like different guided trades, have been provided. And you can then compare and see which ones are working and which ones aren't. And of course, finally, you can report across your entire portfolio. This is done in the main reporting module. It does take a second to gather all the data, but as you can see, it's giving you this year to date all the positions you've traded, whether each month's been profitable or not, the returns, the win rates, how many unique tickers for trade, and how many different strategies have been employed. That sums up our demonstration of the OptionsTrac system. Thanks for watching.